Oh, yeah. Check it, 1, 2, 3 in the place to be. It's your boy Gaming Dad. Let's go. Happy Monday to everybody out there. You found my screen first so we can switch over and get into it. Here it is. Here it is. What's up, people? How y'all doing, man? Happy Monday. We back at it again. Don't forget, people, to get your vote on. Got the poll going up on YouTube. Get your vote on over there on YouTube. Tonight's question is, what are you most excited about the Nintendo Switch 2? Got 4 category: third-party games, first-party games, the system, future games. I think I'm excited about the system. Candy, so Candy, you didn't send me a well, let me take it back. You might have. If you sent me a message on Instagram, so I can get you your winnings from last week. All right, listen. I got a lot of questions, a lot of statements. Let me get in here quick. Let me go start from the top. You can't see. I don't know why it does that. Well, I can see everything here, but I can't see everything on. Well, the Sonic Uncle Tell was first in the chat. He says, he gave the verse of the day. That's how we starting. That's how we starting off, Sonic Uncle Tales. I appreciate you. He said, 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 2. It says, let me now remind you, dear brothers and sisters, of the good news I preached to you before. You welcome it then, and you still stand firm in it. It is this good news that saves you if you continue to believe the message I told you, unless, of course, you believe something that was never true in the first place. Amen. Shout out to Son of Knuckle Tales dropping the verse of the day on the chat. Cool Breezy, man. Listen, cool. You know what, Cool Breeze, man? Even though you from Ohio, it's always good to see your name in the chat. I just want to let you know that, brother. Even though you from the state beneath us. Shout out to Cool Breezy, taking it easy. Hey, Geeky. In the building. Quay311 says, if I win today, give it to Geeky. Say less. How many young folks, they be like, say less. Say less, Coach Reed. CMG in the building says, what's going on, Gaming Dad? What's up, guys? Dion Freeman in the building. He says, what's up, Gaming Dad? Switch to day one. We need pre-orders ASAP. Man, don't we? You know what? Listen, I kind of like, maybe Nintendo is playing it smart and is going to give us this dope Nintendo Mario Kart World Direct and then drop us pre-orders right out there. I'm hoping that's it. But you know what? Your boy took off work on Thursday, and I'm streaming a direct. Holla at your boy. What my sound effects at? I should have that all ready to go. That should have been that's a round of applause. That's a round of applause. Sure they make that. Stupid song. All right. Jack Black in the building. What's going on, sir? Tormentor 20 in the building. What's up, Gaming Dad? What's up to you, my friend? Don't forget, good people, listen, you see your boy Gaming Dad on all 3 networks. Hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate you all that you do. Mind Track 3. I didn't get you on the board. Listen, Mind Track, I'm sitting there looking at you right now. I did not get you. I apologize. Mind Track 3 on the board. He said 100 Switch 2s per store. Let's go. I can't say that word. But I feel your sentiment totally. Now, listen, you know, we're going to, not last year, but 2017, my GameStop only had, I think, 32 systems. That was it. So to get that and triple that would be crazy. You know, that just makes me feel a whole lot better by going out and get a pre-order because, you know, of course, you know, there's going to be a ton of people out there, but I don't think it's going to be 100 people out there trying to get pre-orders. But do I still think even with 100 pre-orders, these bad boys going to sell out? Absolutely. Oxford Trapper in the building. What's going on, sir? Yep, it's at GameStop. I'm going to show the article in a minute, Dion. J Big said, Mr. New York for life. He says, nope. Who you saying nope to? I'm gonna read the article. And you listen. You know my Pistons got your Knicks in the first round. That's gonna be a good series. That's gonna be a real good series. Ashley says, "Is Switch 2 gonna flop like Wii U?" I don't think so. even with all the tariffs and all the terrible marketing that they're getting right now, but it's marketing and it's free publicity. The second thing, what made the Wii U suck is that the Wii U had terrible marketing, and they didn't clearly distinguish the Wii from the Wii U. That marketing was terrible, and it killed that system. The difference is with this Wii 2, like, we know, if you watch the videos, if you watch the Direct, you know there is a difference between Switch 1 and Switch 2, without a shadow of a doubt. JB says Switch 2 will at least do 100 million. I think so. Well, you know what? I'm gonna take it back. Two things is gonna affect that. One, if they gotta rise this price rise, man, it's not gonna get there. I mean, I'm gonna take it back. It's gonna be a slim chance it gets to 100 million, only because people not gonna be able to afford it. With this even with the current price, Nintendo is alienating its number one fan base. And its number one fan base, they turn 4, 5, 6, and 7 every year. You can't alienate them. And because think about, as a parent, if you guys are, some of you guys as parents, would you feel comfortable putting matter of fact, listen, with tax, a $500 system into a 4-year-old's hand, let alone 5 or 6, even a 7? You might do it for an 8. But those 4 right there, you're not, you're like, get this Switch Lite. Have at it. So it's going to take a while, I think, to get there, but it's going to get there, especially if they can produce them. But if that price continue to rise, people will say, nah, doc. GT says, only game I'm mildly interested in is for Switch 2 is Dustborn. Though with the rumors of Elden Ring 2, it may be a skip. God almighty. Not a hard skip, but a skip. Holly Pinky in the building. What's going on, Holly? GT says, my goal is to secure a console, sit it down on the table like groceries, and go back to playing games on my PC like a chump. The bad part about it, listen, I can imagine that's what he's gonna do too. Jay Big says, I'm excited for both first and third party. Me too. I'm really excited for first and third party. Mario Kart looks super dope. Metroid looks super dope. And when they drop Madden, buddy, it's on like Donkey Kong. Dub City in the building. What's going on, Dub City? Welcome. I know you over there, up early in the morning over there in Sydney. Dub City, if you still on, man, listen. How much is a Switch over there where you're at? Good question. Gigi says, I just want a new Animal Crossing, but I'm excited to see what else Mario Kart World has to offer. Yeah, you see that video earlier when they was kind of like, they kind of like just out there on the water like Wave Racer. I thought that was dope. So I'm definitely waiting to see what transpires out of that. GT says, I can honestly see myself waiting for an OLED model before picking this console up for myself, even if I do. God almighty. The doom and gloom that comes out of GT's camp. It's ridiculous. KDP said, hey, chat. Hold on, let me get, I think Steve M jumped on the scene. Let me get Steve M on the board. What's going on, Steve? Jay Biggs says, I might wait a little while to get Cyberpunk. Haha, day 2. Right. Oh, man. Listen, I'm telling you, listen, the first 2 things I'm putting in my car is a system and a Pro Controller. Because you know what they saying is the Pro Controller going to be, it's going to be real skimpy. So them are the first 2 things I'm going to put in my car. Then I'll wait on everything else. I can mix around. But I got to get a Pro Controller, and I got to get 3 systems, man. Hope I can make it happen. I've made it. Listen, I've never failed yet, so I'm gonna make it happen. I remember when on PS5s was real scarce, and I needed to get 2 of them bad boys, and I pulled it off. I was working at GameStop during that time too. Let's see. Quay 311 says Borderlands 4 is my non-Nintendo third-party game I want to play. My buddy is holding off on a Switch 2, so we'll play it on PS5. Oh man, listen, you know me, it's Madden all day. Whenever that's gonna drop, I'm on it like on it. But day one games I definitely just want to pick up. It's gonna be Street Fighter 6. It's gonna be of course Mario Kart World is a no-brainer. Maybe in Cyberpunk. Them 3 games for sure. And the people that made Fast RMX I think it's called Fast Fusion. That's gonna be another game I pick up. I don't know if Hades 2 is a day one, but that might get picked up as well. But them 3 for sure. Dion says the bundle is the best way to go. Yeah. I just I'd like me a physical game though. I don't know. It's just me. Even though, $30, man. It's $30. It's a whole tank of gas. Kenny says, okay, cool. I'll send it. Okay. Good. GT says, I'm fine with waiting for an OLED. He said, Chairman Gaming. I don't have the Nintendo nostalgia like everyone else. Thus, I have next to no excitement for this handheld. It feels a little work for me. Listen, I can respect that. I can definitely respect that comment there. Because everybody, that introduction to video games was different for me. So that's why I got a different love for Nintendo. Cool Breeze says, brother in North Carolina now, I'm your neighbor. Lord have mercy. When did you move to North Carolina? You got tired of that snow, didn't you? I know. You got tired of the snow. Those that's from up north, listen, man, that snow is something different. Even though I miss it. Because, to me, like, if you're going to stay up north, you don't drive a car, you drive a 4x4 truck. So you can just kind of glide on right through that snow. And you know what? You have some form of front attachment, so you can just easily clear all the snow off your driveway, and you keep it pushing. You stayed in shape. The winter, you stay in shape, because going out there and shoveling that snow is no joke. Ricardo, what's going on, man? Let me get you on the board real quick. Ricardo's in the building. Gotcha. Western North Carolina. Okay, yeah, if you're Western North Carolina, yeah, you're definitely closer to me. Fort Track 800. What's going on, sir? Get you on the board too. Early in the chat. Sorry for the late start. Man, it's been crazy busy, so I was able to get in here quick and get these to rolling. And listen, on top of that, your boy still got to finish his taxes. My kids was like, Daddy, you still got to do that? I still got to do the taxes. I'm about 90% done. I'll wrap it up sometime tonight after this stream. But, got to do what you got to do. Stay true. Thug life. All right. Shout out to Pac. CMG says, I hear you, Gaming Dad, but let's go Knicks. They got to come to MSG, and it's going to be rowdy as HELL hockey sticks in there. Should be a great series. Hey, listen, I would say it's going to be a great, tough, old school physical series. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing it. But listen, y'all better come to Cade Cunningham. Y'all better come with it. He coming to play. Knicks will sweep the Pistons. Oh, that's such a disrespect, J Biggs. But listen, I'm gonna hold you to that. Don't let us get a W in MSG. Listen, that's all I gotta say. Don't let us get a W in MSG. And buddy, next stream, I'm talking mad cash. Hey, yeah, sure. Toronto's in the playoffs, aren't they? Oh no, Toronto's not. Shout out to GT in the building. He says, "Can I be honest? This is GT. This is the GT voice. Can I be honest? I hate the launch of new consoles. Having to battle weirdos reselling who are too lazy to work for their income is annoying. I'm doing work to give these corporations money." You're right. It is extra annoying. I ain't gonna front. Listen, I like it back in the day before there was online, when you had to go to the store, you make your pre-order, and then you wait. I like GameStop because you can kind of keep going in and paying money. But yeah, listen, I feel you. GT says, I hope resellers and the majority of people are too broke to buy a console. Thus, I can just get one and call it a generation. I feel you. Listen, Steve M said, I agree, GT. I just want to be able to walk into the store and buy the system and accessories without worrying about stupid scalpers ruin it for everything. I think we all on the same page when it comes to that. But I want to know how much these scalpers though. That's a heck of a gamble. Even if like say, all right, I'm gonna buy 4 system. Well, that's like $2,000, right? So you hoping to take that $2,000 and turn that $2,000 into $4,000? It's possible, but she. CMG said, I'm excited for first party because we know what to expect, but I'm really excited for third party because they may finally be the system that all I need. You know what? I want to see more of the game running. I watched Digital Foundry today and watched them. They had some gameplay that they played of Cyberpunk, and it looked kind of when it was a lot of enemies, it was struggling. I was like, ooh. So maybe before launch, they get them kinks fixed out. I don't know. CMG says, I still have Fast RMX on the Switch. I love it. Fast RMX was a classic. It was like a launch title game. I picked that up immediately. It reminded me of Wipeout, but better. GT says, daughter wants Mario Kart and Donkey Kong. Thus, those are the 2 physical games I'm getting, as well as paying for the Zelda game upgrades. I also need a Pro Controller for 1 console. Cool Breezy says, definitely tired of the cold and snow. I'm pastoring a church now in Forest City, North Carolina, Pleasantville Community Church. Man, shout out to my brother from another mother. Man, listen, my brother, man, listen, I'm extremely proud of you, man. I love warriors out there, man, sharing the good news, man. And the pastor of church, man, that's a calling, man. Congratulations, man. Congratulations. Cool Breezy, man. I might have to make it up there on Sunday or something. I'm gonna come in there with my gaming tag. Do I gotta be dressed churchy? I wear a polo. I'll wear a nice polo. I might have to figure that out. That'll be dope. That'll be a dope little trip. On my way to Forest City, North Carolina, then to give me a little church in, see my brother pastor. That'll be dope. I'm trying to make that happen. GT says, I need to go to my accountant Wednesday for taxes. First time making over $120K in a single year is so kind of worried about how much I owe. Woo! You know what? The way I thank God I made a decision when I was in college to start my own business. It was by far the best thing I could have ever done. And that has allowed me to escape some of those tax, at first, me and my wife, we were doing our taxes separate. We were we were married, but we'd do our taxes separate. And she started getting hammered. Like, man, she was owing taxes left and right. She was like, I can't do this. And so once we got our taxes brought together, and she was able to come underneath my business, from just the write-offs that I do for my business, it saved her tremendously. So I ended up owing a lot more in state taxes than Then federal, I tend to get a refund. Thank you, Jesus. All right, let's say but that's a blessing, man. Especially 120 and you only got one baby. Whew, man, you living the life. Let's see. Steve M says, I'm kind of depressed because my sister and her kids are moving to another state far away. Oh, man. I won't be able to see my niece and nephew concerts or spend holidays with them. I'm going to miss them. What that means, man, is what the holidays, man, you got to go ahead and get on that flight, wherever they're going, and you want to spend a holiday with them. You just got to make it happen. But I feel you on that. That's how I felt when my son moved down here. When I was in Michigan and he moved down to Georgia, I was like, man, forget that. I'm going to see them. I'm spending Christmas down in Georgia. Hey, Megan, how you doing? Let me get Megan on the board real quick. Don't forget, good people, hit that like button. I know we got 24 people in the chicken chat. Let's hit that like button. Right now, we only have 14 likes. Come on, good people. We can do this. Let's turn this 14 into 20 as quick as we can. Hit the like button for your boy. Quake 311 says $30 was a whole tank of gas in the early 2000s. I'm lucky if it's under 60. Jeez. Gee. You know what? I have a Honda HRV that I use a lot of my transports. I do a lot of my second job in. And it's $30, $31 on a high day. But on a cheap day, I was able to catch gas up by Tennessee. It was like $2.55 a gallon. Boy, I thought I hit the lottery. And then that was like $24, $25. Oh, man, I thought I was living the life. GT says, hey, don't worry. We got Ingram. We cook it with fire next season. That's like Cool Breezy in the building, right? So you dress down, come visit. We go to lunch afterwards. You'll love it. Great people. All right, listen. Cool Breezy, man. I'm gonna map that out. I gotta see how far that is. Hold on, good people. I gotta find this out. If it's not a too bad of a drive. A 5-hour drive to me ain't nothing. I can make a 5-hour drive in my sleep. I think he said, what did he say? West. I gotta go back into the chat. I gotta find it. Oh, I was about to say Forest City. Oh shit, it's only 200 miles away. That's a 4-hour drive. 3 hours and 58 minutes. You know, knowing how I drive, and I don't take breaks. So yeah, I mean that's a tank of gas. Oh, 20 miles. Yeah, that's a half a tank of gas. Oh boy, listen, we might have to make that happen. Cool Breezy. All right, good people. Listen. Let's we did enough chit chatting. I'm gonna go ahead and start on the very first article, and we're gonna read it all together. Once I can find it, there we go. Hold on, good people. I gotta. Don't forget, good people, get your vote on. Let's see where we're at. If you're on YouTube, get your vote on. I said, what are you most excited about for the Nintendo Switch 2? Third-party games, first-party games, the system, or future games? Future games is at 20%. The system is at 30%. 25% first-party, 25% third-party. Well, it's kind of even. I like that. I like it. GT says, Steve, all my family lives in the U.S. I ain't seen my nieces since they were kids. I do play Xbox with them, though. And they come to me for advice over their parents, which is odd. I got a cool uncle vibes. Huh? Come over here to the U.S., man. Just come over here and visit. I know you got a passport. Come visit them kids. They'll love it. All right, so let's get to this story. Rumor, most GameStop stores expecting less than 100 Switch 2 consoles at launch. Whew. I think this is good news. I'm telling you, because I wonder, did I get that picture? Let me see if I got this picture. I wonder, do I get that picture? Oh, here it is. I took this picture. This was January 2017. This was right after the Direct. I mean, like, as soon as the Direct was over, I got in my car, drove to GameStop, and parked. And I slept in my car until it was time. But they had 32 of those bad boys. 32. So to me, and GameStop got a pretty dope trade-in deal if you try to trade in a Switch. I don't think I'm gonna trade in any one of my Switches though. I think you know what? I thought about the OLED because I'm not trading in the red boy. I got a red one. I'm not trading in the red one. But I like the OLED in its prices. He said that's why gotta pre-order. Yep, you guessing. Gotta pre-order. I want to do GameStop because I want to be able to pay it off, but I'm gonna do one at Best Buy as well because I never go wrong at Best Buy. CMG says, let the 100 switch to at stores. Less than 100. But still, listen, even less than 100 is still like, it's still more than 32. This was a while back. It says a rumor is. Let me switch. I'm going to go to the story. It says a rumor is currently doing the rounds online, courtesy of Nintendo deal, that the majority of GameStop stores in North America are expecting less than 100 Nintendo Switch 2 consoles at each store when the system is released on the 5th of June. The same source says that they had also heard that both Nintendo Switch 2 games and accessories will be extremely limited. It is still not clear when the Nintendo Switch 2 pre-orders will go live in North America. So, listen, how I feel about this here, two things. One, we got to get on top of them, those accessories. Ooh, Betty. But, man, it's gonna be crazy. I'm just gonna be glad when they announce the pre-orders and we all can sit back and we all can talk about who got what, who didn't. But it's gonna be crazy. GT says Amazon and Best Buy are my spots. If I get a Switch 2 pre-order, it won't be with my pants on. That's so crazy. Cray311 says, I remember getting a call from GameStop for the Wii U wait list at launch. I was third in line. I picked it up 2 days after launch. I posed with the console, crouching down on the floor like a jail pitcher. It was all like, oh, that's dope. Steve says, I got my Switch from Best Buy on launch day by waiting outside in a long line before they opened, and I just barely made the cut to get one. Lots of people didn't. Woo! I picked mine up from Best Buy. I remember taking my kids. We was so excited. That was good times, man. I love midnight launches, man. They're the best. You get up here, people out there. It's gonna be warm this time because last time it was still March, and so still down here in Georgia was still kind of cold. Steve M says, I got my Wii U from Toys R Us. Steve M, I did too. Your boy got it from Toys R Us with my best friend. We both pre-ordered it. Yeah, good old, shout out to Toys R Us, man. This generation would never understand the joy it was walking into that all toy store. Kids don't play with toys no more. Shame. No imagination, no nothing. Quake 311 says, all the clerks at GameStop were rolling their eyes because they knew the demand wasn't there, and I looked ridiculous. J Big says, I plan on trading my Switch OLED, and I'm struggling with the idea of trading my Carbon Black Series S. Oh man, go ahead and trade that Series S. Go ahead and do it. Listen, you know what? I got an Xbox Series X, but I haven't cut that thing on maybe twice this year to play some Indiana Jones, and I ain't play it very long. CMG said, already know you get one day one Geeky. Yeah, but listen, me and Geeky, we both stand like we hope so. I just want him to go ahead and announce so I can go ahead and start strategizing how I'm gonna get one. Cause I gotta get out there. Steve says, I hope to get a Switch 2 on launch day, but I have a feeling I'll be at work when pre-orders go live. No, man, listen, I'm telling you, it's going to go live at midnight at night. You know, you're going to get it, Steve. Shoot, Steve, listen, I'm telling you, I'm going to look it out for you. Steve got to get one, too. If Steve don't get one, none of us get one. Sorry, Steve, but I still will look out for you, though. CMG said, if I'm at work, I'm going to pre-order from my phone. I know that's right. Best Buy it is. Quake 311 says, if I can pull some more cash and it's available, I'll pick it up launch window. If not, holiday 2025. Craig, man, listen. We're going to pray that money come in, brother, because I don't know. Remember the tariffs. Nintendo was smart. Like I'm working on a video to deal with the tariffs because you know it's been a lot of confusion, and people been saying like, hey, Nintendo is going, you know, they're selling it at a loss, but they're not. They're not selling it at a loss. You know what? Because the data is there. You can tell how much. You can go right now. Any one of us can find out how much Nintendo is declaring the Switch 2 to be per unit. All right, and so they're declaring it to be $338. So if it's $338, but they're selling it for a whole $100 more, even shipping per unit, it's like $5 to $10 per unit. All right, so now you're looking at $338, $348 tops, right? And that's just for the unit to be declared to come into the United States, and then matter of fact, for it to be declared to come into the United States, it has a 10% tariff. All right, so a 10% tariff of $348 is extra $38. So you had the $38 to $338. So that's what, $76, $376 plus 10 more, $386. All right, $386. You're gonna get a store cut. The store gonna get a cut of probably about $10 to $15 per unit. No, it might maybe more than that. I don't know. So I think they right there. They right on that cuff. Quay says, Switch was holiday 2018, smash hype. I played Breath of the Wild on the Wii U. Dang, you a G. Quay said, Mario Odyssey was the following year. Yeah, man, Mario Odyssey was that deal. GT says, wish Nintendo would do a Steam Deck type device, pre-order, and simple wait for it to come in. I agree, man. Listen, I mean, I can say really enjoy it, but it was a good experience ordering my Steam Deck. Especially when it came down that second go around, when the OLED came out. It was just real quick, boom, boom, shipped to the house. Breaking Bad 881, what's going on, sir? I'm gonna get you on the board in a hot second. J Big says, yeah, I have not used my Xbox since before I moved last June. Yeah, that bad boy is just over there collecting dust right along this Apple TV that barely get used to. CJ said, I might sell my original Switch. Man, you're probably better off selling that thing online. You'll probably make a ton of more money selling that thing online. Especially a Switch, a Gen 1 Switch. You got the very first Switch before they did any upgrades. Boy, you listen, you'll get all kind of money. GT, so when Switch 1 came out, I had to search all over the city for one. Found a GameStop that had a few and found a kid who was short on cash. Bought them both and gave him one. Boy, didn't want him to be screwed. Listen, that is dope. That kid will always remember you. You was like Santa Claus. GT says, not doing that this time. Might boot a kid to get one Cracking Shell 5, what's going on, man? Happy Monday to you too, my brother. Let me get y'all on the board real quick. Where I'm at. There we go. Oh, there we go. All right. Let's see. Cracking Shell. I got somebody else to get on the board too. I forgot. I think it's Breaking Bad. Boom. Breaking Bad. I think it's 881. My son is calling me in the middle of my stream. Oh, listen, he probably got the message. Like, man, why they call me in the middle of my stream? You know I'm going live. It's Monday night. All right. Let's see. Let me get back to our next. So if I'm hoping to get one. I would love to know y'all guys' strategy. I'm probably, if I go get one, I'm gonna get in line. I'm probably gonna stream from the line. I gotta make sure I take me a battery pack. But I'm gonna stream. I'm like, I'm just gonna forget it. It's gonna be out there. But your boy is streaming the Mario Kart Direct this Thursday. Should be dope. Calling you to put him on the wheel. Tyler, listen, if he calling me, that means he can get on YouTube and get on here himself. Let's see where I'm at. Now, I thought this was dope. Hold on one second. Let me cut my fan on. Got a little warm down here. All right. Don't forget, good people, if you're coming into the chat to get your vote on over on YouTube. Question of the night is, what are you most excited about the Nintendo Switch 2? Got 4 categories: third-party games, first-party games, the system itself, or future games. The system itself is leading with 35%. Now, back to the story. Nintendo Notes app can allow you to repair your equipment and switch to Zelda port. If you ever played Zelda, it added to the strategy of the game. But man, it was times where certain weapons, man, I just did not want to lose because they was just that dope. And to get those bad boys repaired inside the app, it might make me want to use the app a little bit more. Is anybody crazy like me is willing to go back and restart from the beginning? I don't know about restarting from the beginning. I want to finish the game. I'm going to finish the game first because I still got like 2 divine beasts to kill. But this is dope, man. I like the little things Nintendo was doing to kind of get you to be drawn into their app. Come on, man. Who's playing Zelda on their Switch and phone? Google is right there to bring up a map. And if you can't repair equipment in the game, it ain't worth it. No, you can't. Once you break a piece in the game, that's it. But until you find another one, that's it. So I don't know, man. I'm gonna try it out for sure. I think it'll be interesting. You listen. I had to do an EA Sports story. Such when I saw it came out on the 13th. EA Sports games for Switch 2 are being built specifically for the new handheld. That means we're getting a brand new iteration. I cannot wait. Cannot wait to be in handheld mode. Cause listen, I'm not even a big online guy. I like to play with my people. I might play with the chat if they want to get down on it. But to get online, nah, I don't know. I just like to play the computer. I'm a computer guy. I pick my Detroit Lions. Don't care what they look like, and I play with my Lions. I go through the season, and I become champions because we have never become a champion for. And these terrible Lions. Okay, I digress. Quake says I will play it a fourth time in 2 years. For the 10th anniversary Breath of the Wild, I'm rolling my eyes that they are charging extra for the DLC for the Switch 2 version. Yeah. You would think at the price that it is right now, that should have been a pack in. That should have been a draw to kind of get you to buy the game all over again because that sucks. But it's Nintendo. Nintendo is going to want access to my phone, contacts, pictures, browsing history. Not the browsing history. And such just to repair weapons on the app. Miss me with that. All right. This says both NFL, Madden, and EA Sports FC has been locked in for the Switch 2, so we can. It says, so what can sports enthusiasts expect when they kick off? EA has recently told Eurogamer how both experiences are being built specifically for the new handheld platform. As for how exactly this translates in terms of features and visual parity, will not a direct answer. EA says it generally aims across platforms in a way of delivery a consistent player experience as much as the hardware allows. Man, what does that mean? We are the Eggman. Blah. What's going on, sir? You all right? I don't know what BLEH means. But I cannot wait. I'm a Madden guy. Let's not say any more to this story. So throughout the Switch generation, EA delivered multiple legacy editions of the latest FIFA games, which were missing certain modes and features, including in the main version of other platforms. However, this changed with the arrival of FC24, which delivered full feature parity with other consoles and got it a back-to-back win for FC25. In terms of Switch 2 details like crossplay, EA won't reveal any specifics yet, with more information to come at a later date. It also not willing to provide details about the final games of Switch 2 versions of Madden, NFL, and EA Sports FC just yet. You know what, man? Listen, EA Sports, man. Stop playing, man, and put this college football on here, too. And you know what, man? Make a college basketball. You got the license back. Make it happen. GT says it's going to be an old version of Madden with some ray tracing and update rosters. Calling it now. And you know what? Listen, I'm not going to lie to you. If it plays well, I don't care. I tell you, Madden and 2K is one of them games. It's more about the gameplay. If the gameplay is well and it load fast, like I think it's gonna do, hey man, listen, you got me. Madden 23 was the last Madden that played on the Steam Deck. That thing was absolutely A1. And then they put that anti-cheat on it. It just tore it up. That's I want to see how EA handles the anti-cheat on the Switch 2. That's going to be interesting. Analytical firm Nico Partners expect Switch 2 price to stay at $450 at launch. Ooh. I tell you, my advice is if you think about get one, you best off get it at launch. Because remember, these tariffs are on pause for a little while. 3 months. July, them tariffs come back if they have not negotiated a deal. Now I don't know what Nintendo waiting on. To me, you got 3 months. Nintendo, man, listen, you should be making your way over here to America. Like, hey, what can we do to avoid this hammer you trying to put on us? And then you know what? It's an easy fix. Hey, man, listen, we're going to invest in America. We're going to build a plant wherever you want us to build one at. And we will manufacture parts and consoles right here in the USA. Cause that's what I would do if I'm Nintendo. I'm just saying. GT says, if it's the newest Madden version on the Switch 2 that is somewhere between the PS4 and the PS4 Pro in terms of hardware, it shows EA is scamming last-gen Xbox and PlayStation users. You might be right. Last Madden I played was on the PSP. Had Brett Favre on the cover. Think like 09. Whoo-wee. Now, I played Madden on the Vita. I did play that Madden with Brett Favre rather, and I had it on the PSP Go. That was your fingers was cramped, but that was a dope system. That was like so Star Trek futuristic. I think Nintendo is smart to launch their system at $450, and I know with tariffs is coming up, they better. I would prefer them launch it at $450 and then say, "Hey, we gotta raise the prices because tariffs is in $100 million," than to give me a high price now and then they're gonna stick it to you again once these tariffs get lifted in July if they don't fix it. But then if they fix it, they're not gonna drop the price down. So no, man, leave it at $450. I'm with that all day, every day. All right. Digital Foundry. It's pretty mind-blowing that Ubisoft has Star Wars Outlaw running on Switch 2. You know what? It's another one of them games. Like I'm gonna wait for the reviews / previews. Probably these reviews is gonna come probably really late after the system because you know what? We probably start to see stuff like late May. CMG says I believe that $450 is a great price. I would still have preferred $400, but I'm okay with $450. Says Steam Deck OLED is like $550. Yeah, but that Steam Deck OLED is nice though. But there ain't no Switch 2, but it's nice. It's nice. GT says gotta understand it from my point of view. We don't have an NFL team. Closest is Buffalo Bills, and every time they come here, it's like a grand for the nosebleed seats. Yikes. Woo. Stick to the TV, man. Stick to the TV. GT says the Switch 2 price ain't the problem. It's the game price is the problem. I'm paying $140 per game after taxes. That's an insane ask for people outside of America. You're right. Jeez. Sheesh. Digital Foundry is really ridiculous on how hard they're out overlooking the Switch 2 power and capabilities. I went back and watched it. I think what people are missing in that discussion with Digital Foundry, they said like, hey, power wise, it's comparable to a PlayStation or PlayStation 4 Pro. But they're saying that the hardware is definitely more capable because of the added DLSS and things of that nature. So I mean, you know what they've been saying is they've been that the rumor's been for a long time that it's supposed to be a PS4 Pro, or PS4 in comparison of power. But you know what? Listen, you know I look forward to seeing what this system has to bring. I look forward to seeing some more impossible ports. I look forward to seeing what Panic Button is doing. Haven't heard from them in a long time. You know, I'm saying what games are they truly working on to bring to the Switch? I'm looking forward to the Xbox Direct that is, I believe, right after the Switch launch. I think it's like that Sunday or whatever. I think it's gonna be a telling to see, you know, what games they got ready to go. I think it was a reason why we didn't see any Xbox games at this Direct because of Xbox Direct that's coming up. It's gonna be probably, you know, worth watching and probably worth streaming. Listen, man, we're not far, man. It was today is what the 15th, 14th. Today is the 14th. Tomorrow's the 15th. My states it's the 15th. So you got 15 plus 5 is 20 plus 31. So you got about 51 days to go before we be all, you know, going crazy and be content galore. I cannot wait for those chat features, CMG says. You know what, the chat features to me, I mean, it's you know what, it's going to be interesting. But I think it could be super dope and super fun. I want to use those chat features with my children. Cuz you know, I have my children all over the place, you know, to be able to kind of say, "Hey, let's get together and play Mario Kart." They all will be for it. So, yep, you're right. So yeah, so Star Wars, man, is definitely a game I'm looking forward to seeing on the Switch too. It's not my top 5, but depending on how some of the reviews, I might pick it up. I didn't see the listen. It was no reason for me to pick it up on the Xbox, you know, or a PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. I was like, you know, I catch it on sale. But you know what? If they give it a pretty good review, I'll take a stab at it. It'd be like one of those, you know, late tier games that I might pick up day one because probably nobody else is picking it up. They're looking at it from the PC perspective. Nintendo is adding something that is around the power of an 8-year-old console, maybe a bit better and likely good to going to have this going for the past 2030, excuse me. Yeah, but you know what? Listen, I'm still with it. Listen, you know, if you to me at the end of the day, and it's always been like, are the games? Look at the games. Are the games playable? Are they fun to play? Um, how much realer are some of these other games we're going to get? Can I play a pretty good version of that game on the go? Those things to me matter a tad bit more about, you know, how a game looks totally, you know, a game don't have to look like, you know, like playing games on my PS5 is dope. Don't get me wrong, but you know, I still say a good game with good gameplay in the portable mode is, to me, it's more important to me. Cause you know, I like to be able to get up and go, and I don't like to be like, okay, I gotta go home and play my game. No, my game is coming with me. The Switch 2 is likely going to age like Switch 1 3 years in. I would nah. I'm saying not 3 years in. Maybe like four or 5 years in. Dookie, 23 in the building. Let me see. Let me get you on the board real quick. Dookie, man, hit that like button for your boy. Appreciate you and all that you do. All right, we're at 27 on the board tonight. Don't forget to get your vote on YouTube. All right, let me get out of here. All right, next story. Here's a sneak peek of Nintendo Switch online app for the Nintendo Switch 2. It's okay. You know what? I don't have nothing to say that's like I'm like, oh my goodness, this is terrible. You know, to me, as long as it ran, it was faster and maybe had a little bit a better organization when it comes to the eShop. I'm all right with that. It looked just like the old Switch to me. I didn't, you know, it's nice to have themes, but you know, to me, it's like, I mean, I didn't buy the system for no theme. I bought the system so I could better recognize my games, play them, and get the pushing. I want to be able to explore the eShop and have the eShop curated in a way where it identifies the games that I like to play, and it shows me more games that's like that, in an organized fashion. And if it does that, to me, it's already 10 times leaps and bounds better than the last year. Geeky says it looks clean. It does. It looks to me. I'm not. You know. Of course, you know. You listen to a lot of other people. They be like, they're gonna do more. And I need music. You know. I would liked music. That would have been nice. But you know, I don't. Long as it give me some organization and it's faster. That's it. That's the only thing. Jay Big says, I think Switch 2 will be good for a while. Most games until last year were really PS4 games anyway. You know what? My thing with that, Jay Biggs, is like, you know, and also to Guerrilla Tactics, you know what? PS5 and Xbox Series X games it's not really a humongous jump between that and last generation. I mean, like look at Last of Us, right? Look at The Last of Us 2. It still plays extremely well, looks extremely good on the PS4 compared to the remastered version. It's like, yeah, it's a little bit better, but it ain't like, oh my goodness. So if I get a game like The Last of Us running on a handheld, I'm good with no hiccups. You know, The Last of Us kind of struggled on the game on a Steam Deck, but still. I'm just saying. GT says DLSS is great, but it also brings in artifacts and other graphical issues. Gone are the days of Vaseline. In will be the days of grainy and somewhat soft images with muted colors. Oh, the bad part about it, GT is kind of right. I watched video of Hitman, and they believe Hitman to have some form of ray tracing, and it didn't look good to me. You know, it looked just like GT kind of described. It was kind of soft, and it was kind of jagged, and the game didn't look good to me. I want a game that plays well. Give me a game that says, you know, at 60 frames per second, 120 frames per second. Give me Metroid. I'm so ready for Metroid to get here. But if you third parties, man, if you gonna come, man, you know, if you gonna come over to the Switch, man, do your due diligence, man. Make a quality game. I like to hear EA say, listen, we built it from the ground up to match parity. All right, good. That's what I like to hear. Just make sure that thing works and it plays good. Because if it don't play good, buddy, you're gonna hear from everybody. I'm talking years out from now, though. People are judging the Switch 2 by the PS4/5 era standards. Consoles is releasing on the tail end of the PS5 era. The majority of its life is going to be in the PlayStation 6 era. How much of a jump do you perceive the PlayStation 6 having over the PlayStation 5? Because you know what, we can all sit here and say, like, you know what, I don't see a huge difference between the PlayStation 4 than it is to the PlayStation 5. So I don't know how big of a jump we're gonna get. You know, I just don't see it. CMG says, my thing is which version of DLSS they have. Hopefully it's 3.5 or 4.0. Tech inside of it. Okay, gotcha. You know what? But like Digital Foundry said, you know what? To me, if a system or a game company, if they can get away without using it and it still look good, I'm with that. You know what? Because you know what, you tend to tax your system a whole lot more when you do use it. And so that's to me, that's gonna be that trade off. That's to me, that's when you get the panic buttons and they figure out a way to be able to use both in conjunction and in harmony to make beautiful games. You know, I want a game that plays well. Period. I think that give me good gameplay over everything else. All right, good people. So I hope I'm back on. Man, it just my power just went straight out. I posted it on YouTube and I posted it on Discord so everybody would know. I'm just not resuming my stream. I hate that. I mean, the whole house went out. Boom. And then like 5 minutes later, it just all popped back on. So everything is starting to restart and reset. It is what it is, man. It's just the part of the gig, I guess. All right, so I hate that. The blessing is that we was able to get back on. Let's see. It says Nintendo Switch 2 leak reveals major surprise for NES fans. A new report about Nintendo Switch 2 may have just leaked a major surprise being cooked up by the Nintendo for NES fans. The Nintendo whole brand is built on nostalgia and legacy. Okay, blah 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 blah. Okay, I just want to get to the point. To end, they say let's see. So to this end, there is a new report that may leak Nintendo's future plans with NES. Specifically, the report comes the way of very well-known Nintendo leaker Nash Guido. According to the Insider, a new version of NES Classic controller is coming with the Nintendo Switch 2 that would add USB charging. Man, nobody care. Okay, maybe some people might care, but man, I'm not care about no controller. I thought it was gonna be like a game from the era or something. Man, listen, I like to play my games. Well, you know what? I think that the other controllers you have to. I should better use the old ones if I got them back. Like, that's right, man. We back at it, man. It says it's all good. I've been through that before. Might be a power grid in that area that went out. Yeah, it'll just trying to jump back into this other stuff. All right, get to another story. Good people, listen. Hey, why? I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna call it a wrap tonight. I'm gonna leave the wheel alone. I'm not gonna change nobody's name. And we probably my power keeps flickering, so it keeps cutting me off. And so, man, I don't want to be keeping y'all wasting y'all time this wonderful evening. Knowing we'll get back at it. Don't worry, I'm streaming Thursday. If I get home later, if I get home early enough tomorrow night, I'll kick the stream back up again tomorrow night. This is your boy Gaming Dad, man. Sorry for the inconvenience, man, but it ain't on me, man. It's going on something on my power, man. I don't want to keep cutting off on y'all. This is your boy Gaming Dad, and I'm Audi 5000G. I'll see you guys either tomorrow or I definitely see you Thursday morning for the Nintendo Switch Mario Kart. Peace. If I can get out of here.